So in the previous class, we have studied about the projections in a isometric plane. We studied about the planes in isometric projections. The planes in isometric projections like rectangular. We have studied about this rectangle in isometric projection, then square in isometric projection, then octagon in isometric projection, then hexagon in isometric projection, then hexagon in isometric, then circle in isometric projection. But some of your friends didn't study about the circle. We have stopped at hexagon itself. Now I am going to explain how to draw a circle in a isometric projection. How to draw a circle in a isometric projection. Here you are using the 4-center method to drawing the circle. This is the 4-center method. Using 4-center method to draw the circle in a isometric projection. 4-center method to draw a circle in a isometric. Here he has given the circle with a diameter as 60 mm. Using the diameter he has given diameter is 60 mm. Using this 60 mm diameter, we'll draw the circle here. Here you are using, I'm using the whiteboard to draw this one. The given diameter of the circle is 60 mm. Okay, how will you draw? You just see it. First, you will consider, all of you use your drawing instruments drawing this one. Understand? Please use your drawing instruments. Without the drawing, you cannot understand this topic. So, first, I will take this one. I will take 30 degrees this side. Then given diameter is 60. So I will take this side as a 60, this side as a 60. Take this side as a 60, this side as a 60. Again from here, from this point, I will cut 60 here. From this point, I will cut 60 here. Join this three. I will form a square with a 60 mm in a isometric projection. Square with a 60 mm in a isometric projection. Then you are using here 4-center method. So I will mark the 4 centers of this 4 sides. I'm marking the 4 centers of this 4 sides. I am taking this as from this vertex. I'm joining these 2 points, 2 centers. From this vertex, I'm joining the 2 centers. After that, I'm taking this as a center. I'm taking this as a center. This as a radius. I'm drawing one arc. I'm taking this as a center. This as a radius. I'm drawing another arc. I'm taking this as a center, this as a radius. I'm drawing one arc. Taking this as a center, this as a radius. I'm drawing another arc. Okay. With this, it will form a circle using 4-center method. Understand? I will explain once again. Just listen it carefully. Here we are drawing the circle using 4-center method. Drawing the circle using 4-center method. For this, you are considering like this and drawing 30 degrees inclination. Then you are taking this as a center, this as a radius. You are cutting 60 here. Given diameter, always whenever you're drawing a circle, you have to consider the diameter. With this diameter 60, I am cutting arc. This as center, this as the radius. I will cut arc here. Here also I will cut arc here. From here I will take this as center, cut an arc here. This as center, I will cut another arc here. I will join this one, this one. I will form a square in isometric projection. After that, Form a square in isometric projection. After that, I will mark the centers. Center of this side, this side, this side. Mark the 4 centers, and from the top vertex I will join this bottom 2 centers. From the bottom vertex I will join this top 2 centers. After that, I will take this as a center, this as a radius. I will draw one arc. Take this as a center, this as a radius. I will draw one arc. I will take this as a center, this as a radius. I will draw arc. This as a center, this as a radius. I will draw another. This total will form a circle in a isometric projection. Understand? This is the circle in isometric projection. Here only the red color circle will be dark. All the other lines and the square will be very light. Those are all construction parts. So these all the things should be very light. Only the circle should be dark here. Only the circle should be dark. All the other construction lines, black lines, red lines should be light. Only the circle should be dark. Okay, in this way we need to draw the circle in a isometric projection. Now, do you have any doubt in this one? Here we are taking this diameter as 60 as a side. Whatever the given diameter, you consider it as a side here. Understand? Are you able to understand? Do you have any doubts? Just draw with your pencils and your drawing instruments. Then only you can understand the concept. Ima, do you have any doubts? Is the screen is visible?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any doubts in this one? Ima, are you drawing using the drawing instrument? Next, we are going to the next topic, that is the solids. Next, we are going to,
Sir,
yes,
radius ఎంత తీసుకోవాలి సార్?
Ima, here you have to consider the diameter. Radius ఏం తీసుకోనక్కర్లేదు. ఓకే, మళ్ళీ చెప్తాను చూడండి, జస్ట్ లిజన్ ఇట్ ఫాస్ట్. ఓకే, రేడియస్ ఏం తీసుకోమమ్మా. గివెన్ డయామీటర్ మనకి ఇచ్చాడు. గివెన్ డయామీటర్ is 60. A 60 mm. First you will mark 30 30. Then here you take this as center, you will cut 60 here. This as a center, you will cut 60 here. Then from here you will cut again 60. From here you will cut again 60. You will form a square with a given diameter. Diameter ఎంత ఇచ్చాడో దాంతో ఒక స్క్వేర్ ఫామ్ చేస్తాము. From again, we'll mark the centers of these sides. The sides of the center. 60 means the side of the center will be at 30. Mark at 30, 30. Then we'll take this from top vertex. We'll join this centers. From bottom vertex, we'll join this centers. Take this as center, this as a radius. The center ఇదంతా radius గా తీసుకొని arc ఇలా draw చేస్తాం. We'll take this as center, this as a radius. We'll draw one arc. We'll take this as center, this as a radius. We'll draw one arc. This as center, this as a radius. We'll draw another arc. Okay, this total will form one circle. Okay, this red color circle is a circle in a isometric projection. Only the circle should be dark. All the other lines, red lines, black square should be very light. Only the circle should be dark. Understand? Can we move to the next topic?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the next topic is draw the isometric view of a square prism with a side of a base 30 mm, axis 50 mm long. Here you have to draw the isometric view of a square prism. Here you need to draw the isometric view of a square prism. Do you know how to draw a square in isometric projection? Okay, here the solids are two types. One is a prisms, pyramids. The solids are totally three types: prisms, pyramids, and solid of revolution. Understand? Total. Just listen carefully. The solids are two types, three types. One is the prisms, pyramids, and solid of revolution. Prisms means it has a top, you have a polygon, either square, pentagon. It will be like a prism. Pyramid means here the 2D view will be if you have a square here and top you have a rectangle. This is known as a prism. Square, pentagon, hexagon, any diagram will be there in the top view. Pyramid means suppose it is a square pyramid. It has like this. This one is a pyramid. Here you have a square here. Center axis when you project it will form a pyramid. Understand? Then you have a solid of revolution means it is the cylinder which has the circle down, it has extension it has a rectangle at the top. Another one is cone. Another one is cone which will be like this. Circle at the down will be like at the top you have this one, center will be like this. This one is a cone. These two are solid of revolution. These are pyramids. These are prisms. Prisms means we have a rectangular, circular. We have a square prism, square prism, pentagonal prism, hexagonal prism, triangular prism. Pyramids also have a square pyramid, pentagonal pyramid, hexagonal pyramid, triangular pyramid. Whereas a cylinder, you have only one, and cone also we have only one. Cone also we have only one. So here we are going to draw the study about the solids. Understand? Solid is a three-dimensional body which has a six faces. Okay, it has a base and height. It has both base and height as well. Understand? It is a three-dimensional body which has a base, height, and thickness. It has length, breadth, and thickness as well, or length, breadth, and height. Understand? It is a three-dimensional object. Here you are going to draw the solids here. Solids in a isometric projections. You are going to draw the solids in isometric projections. The topic is this one. Now we are going to draw the isometric view of a sphere prism with the side of a base 30 mm and axis long when the axis is vertical and the horizontal. Here you are going to draw only. I will show both the things. When the axis is vertical and horizontal. In most of the cases, use when the axis is vertical. Understand? So I am going to explain how to draw this isometric view of a square prism of base 30 mm and axis 50 mm long axis when it is axis is vertical and horizontal. Okay, just say it. He has given base 30 mm and height 50 mm, axis height 50 mm. So normally in two-dimensional view, the given diagram will be like this. In two-dimensional view, the given diagram is like this. Square prism of base 30 mm and axis height is 50 mm. And you draw two dimensions. Now you are going to draw in a three-dimensional view. Three-dimensional one. First you will consider 30, 30 these two sides using your protractor. You will consider 30, 30. Then you will consider 30 degrees inclination. Then you will cut 30 mm, 30 mm here. From here you will cut 30, 30. Join these two. Will form a square prism of side 30 mm. After that, the given height is how much it is? 50 mm. From here you are drawing 50. From here you are drawing 50. From here you are drawing 50. Again from here also you can draw 50 and join all these things. It will form a square prism. Understand? It will form a square prism. It will form a square prism. Here this one will be the square prism, and here you have to draw some are the hidden parts, some are the visible parts, and some of the visible hidden parts are there. So visible parts will be drawn with a red line and hidden parts will be drawn with a I am drawing with a yellow line. You need to draw in a dotted line. Whenever you are drawing with the pencil, these hidden lines will be drawn with a dotted lines, indicated with a dotted lines. Here I am drawing with a yellow lines. These are all visible parts. The yellow lines which I have drawn are invisible parts. Those are hidden parts or hidden lines. So it can be drawn with a dotted. It will be indicated with a dotted line. You have to draw with a light pencil dotted line. This one will be the isometric projection of a square prism. This one will be the isometric projection of a square prism. Once again, I will explain once again. Just go through it. Here he has given a side as 30 mm, axis height as a 50 mm. First, I will take 30 this side, 30 this side, 30 degrees, 30 degrees. Then I will cut 30 here. I will cut 30 here. From here, I will cut 30. From here, I will cut 30. From here, I will cut 30. I will form a square. After that, we'll draw. This one will be square. We have what with the 30 mm square. Then given height is 50. From here, I will extend 50. I will extend 50 mm and I will extend 50 mm here. Again, from here, I will extend 50. I will join all these sides. Or else you can draw these two. And from here, you will cut 30, 30 also. You can join like this without extending this line. You can draw both the ways. Here, all the visible views are drawn with a red pen, and invisible views are drawn with a yellow pen. I'm indicating it with a yellow pen. These are invisible views. Understand? So you need to draw whenever you are drawing in the with the pencil. Invisible views are drawn with a dotted line, and visible views are drawn with a HB pencil, dark line. Understand? This is the procedure for drawing the isometric view of a square prism when its axis is vertical. Suppose when its axis is horizontal, he is saying that when its axis is horizontal means in the same manner you will consider 30, 30, 30 this side, 30 degrees this side. You will cut 30 mm, you will cut 50 mm. Understand? You will cut 30 mm as a side, you will cut 50 mm. From here you will cut 50, from here you will cut 30. Then join this one. After that, the another side is 30 mm. We will extend 30, 30, 30, and we will join all these things. It will form when its axis is horizontal. Here also you have invisible views. Hidden views will be drawn with a dotted line. Hidden lines will be drawn with a dotted line. It is yellow line I am drawing here. These are all hidden parts which cannot be visible. And visible views lines will be drawn with a red line. I am drawing here with a red pen. Okay, you can draw with a HB pencil, and invisible views will be drawn with a dotted line. Understand? This is when the axis is horizontal. Square prism. This one will be 30. This one will be 30. This one will be 50. This one will be 50. Understand? In this way, you need to draw. Okay, this is also 30 mm. Understand? In this way, you have to draw the isometric projection of a square prism. Ma, do you have any doubts? बकेट में डालते नहीं जरा खोलो खोलो. Okay, in this way you need to
Yes, sir.
draw. Ma, do you have any doubts? Hmm. Emma, do you
One
have
second,
any?
sir. One
Intama?
second.
Okay. I will explain once again. First, we are considering 30 degrees, 30 degrees, 30 degrees this side, 30 degrees this side. Here you are cutting 30, 30 mm. From here you are cutting 30, 30. You will form a square. After that, the given height is 50 mm. From here you are extending 50. Here you are extending 50. You are extending 50, 50 mm. Why? Because the given height is 50. Again, from this, I'm joining this one and this one. Again, I am extending 50 mm from here, and I'm joining this one. Understand? From this top vertex, I'm extending 50, or else you can do one thing is you can cut from here, you can cut 30, from here you can cut 30. You can form, you can join these two lines as well. Understand? It will form a square prism. The visible lines will be drawn with a HB pencil, a dark HB pencil. Hidden lines will be drawn with a dotted line, with a light pencil, dotted line. I have drawn the visible views with a red pen, invisible hidden lines with a yellow pen here. Understand? In this way, you need to draw the isometric projection of a square prism when its axis is vertical. When its axis is horizontal means what you are doing, you are considering here, you are considering both 30 mm sides beside each other, but here you will consider one side as a 30 mm, 30 degrees you are considering here, this side you are considering 30 degrees, one side you are cutting 30, another side you are considering the height, that is 50. From here you are drawing cutting 50, from here you are cutting 30, it will form a rectangle. From the rectangle, other side width will be, other side dimension will be 30 mm, so you are extending 30, 30, 30, 30, and so you are extending 30, 30, 30, 30, and joining all these things will form a prism when its axis is horizontal. Ma, do you have any doubts? Ma, anybody has any doubts? చెప్పండమ్మా. So ma, if you have any doubt you can ask. Ma, use your drawing instruments to draw these diagrams, otherwise it is very difficult for you. సార్ సాంశీరావు గారు ఏమైనా డౌట్ ఉందా?
లేదు సార్.
ఓకే, ఏమైనా డౌట్స్ ఉన్నాయమ్మా?
ఏం లేదు సార్.
Okay. Okay, can we move to the next topic? Next problem. Ma, draw it using your drawing instruments. Draw fast. Ma, can we move to the next topic? Can we move to the next problem?
Mm, mm.
Ma, please mute your mics. If you have any doubt, you can unmute your mics and speak out. Can you move to the next problem? Ma, can we move to the next problem? Okay, next we are going to the next problem. Next problem is draw the isometric view of a pentagonal prism base 60 mm. Draw the isometric view of a pentagonal prism base 60 mm. Draw the isometric view of a pentagonal prism of base 60 mm side and axis. Here he has given the base as 60 mm and axis height as 100 mm long, resting on its base on the vertical face perpendicular to VP. It is resting on its vertical face perpendicular to VP. If you consider the vertical face perpendicular to VP, when you consider the hexagon, it has a, you can draw hexagon in a two ways. Pentagon, sorry, not hexagon. You can draw the pentagon in a two ways. You can draw the pentagon in a two ways. One is you can draw like this. Take the side as 50, 108, 108, cut 50, 50, 50, 50. In this way, you can draw one hexagon. In this way, another way is you can take 50, you can take 108, 108, you can cut 50, 50 here, 50, 50 here. You can draw the hexagon like this. Understand? When its side is horizontal, this one is horizontal, and the side is vertical. Understand? This side is vertical. There are different conditions You can consider in a different conditions in a different ways. You can draw this pentagon based upon the different conditions and in different ways. In the given problem, he has said that the given above problem, he has explained that draw the isometric view of a pentagonal prism of base 60 mm side, axis 100 mm long, resting on its base with a vertical face perpendicular to VP. Vertical face means this one. This vertical face should be perpendicular to the VP. When you draw a pentagon, this face will be perpendicular to VP. How it is perpendicular? After drawing the diagram, you can understand. So here I am drawing the hexagon like this. Here I am drawing the pentagon. The given side has 50 mm and axis has 100 mm. Axis has 100 mm. So prism of base 60 mm side, axis 100 mm long. So here I am considering whiteboard. Considering the whiteboard. And here I am taking the given. First I will draw. Whenever you are drawing the pentagon, hexagon, first you have to draw the pentagon. The given pentagon I will draw. I will take 108, 108. I will cut 50, 60, 60. I will draw this one. Sorry. First draw the pentagon. 108, 108. I will cut 50, 50. Here 60, 60. The given side as 60. I will insert it into a rectangle. I will insert it into a rectangle ABCD. Here the pentagon is ABCDE. Understand? The pentagon is ABCDE. Then I am taking here the sides as this has 30 30 degrees, 30 degrees this side. Okay, I'm measuring from A to B. I'm taking this as A and cutting here. Measuring from B A to D. I'm cutting here. Again, I am measuring from A to D and cutting arc here. Measuring from A to B, cutting arc here. I am joining this one and inserting the pentagon here. I'm measuring from A to C. I'm measuring from A to C and cutting the arc here. I will get a C point. I'm measuring from A to B and cutting the arc here. I will get a B point. I'm measuring from A to A, cutting the arc here. I will get a point. I'm measuring from D to E. I will get a cut an arc here. I will get a E point. I'm measuring from B to D. I'm measuring from this one is B, this one is C. I'm measuring from B. I will get a cutting the arc here. I will get a D point. I'm joining all these points A, B, C, D, E. I will get a pentagon. Okay, here after that you can draw in a two ways. You can draw the axis of the pentagon in two ways. What you can do is one way is directly you can extend the given height is 100 mm. So I can extend from A 100 mm, from B 100 mm, I'll extend from A 100 mm, from B 100 mm, then from B 100 mm, then from C 100 mm, from D 100 mm, from E 100 mm. Okay, then I will join this as A, this as B, this as C, D, E. I will join A, B, C, D, E. This one will be your pentagonal prism. Here also you have to draw the hidden lines, okay, as a dotted line. I will indicate the dark line with the red pen. Will indicate the visible views with the red pen and invisible views with the yellow pen. I'm indicating the invisible views with the yellow pen and visible views with the red pen. Understand? These are all invisible views which I have indicated with the yellow pen. Understand? In this way you have to draw the pentagon. This is one of the way. This is the easiest way for drawing the pentagonal prism. Understand? This is the easiest way for drawing the pentagonal prism. Just you have expand, just projected A 100 mm, B point 100 mm, C point 100 mm, D point 100 mm, E point 100 mm. You have marked A, B, C, D, joined all the points. After that, you have indicated the hidden lines with a dotted line and visible lines with a dark pencil, HB pencil. Understand? Ma, do you have any doubts? You know how to draw a pentagon? Ma, any doubts? Ma, do you have any doubts? Ma, sweet speak. Do you have any doubts? Okay, I will explain. Ma, draw using your drawing instruments. Draw using your drawing instruments. Can I repeat this problem once again? Ma, can I repeat this problem once again?
రిపీట్ చేయండి.
Okay. So, first you are drawing the pentagon with the given side. The given side is 60 mm. I'm taking 60 mm, and from here I'm drawing 108, 108. I'm cutting 60, 60. From here I will cut 60. Will form a pentagon. I am inserting this pentagon into a rectangle. I am naming this rectangle as A, B, C, D. Naming this pentagon as small a, small a, small b, C, D, and A. Then after that, I'm taking here 30 degrees this side, 30 degrees this side. I'm considering 30 degrees this side, 30 degrees this side. I'm taking this point as A, taking this point as A, that is a rectangle. Then I am measuring from A to B, measuring from A to B of the rectangle and cutting here. I will get a B point. I am measuring from A to D, and cutting here I will get a D point. Again I will measure from A to D. From B I will cut an arc, measure from A to B and cut from D another arc. I will form one rectangle. In this rectangle, what I am doing is measuring from A to C. A to C I am measuring and cutting on the line AB. The C is on AB, so I am cutting here. So I am again measuring from A to B and cutting point here. Will get a B point. I am measuring from A to A, cutting point here. I will get A point. I am measuring from A D to E, cutting point here. I will get E point. I am measuring from B to D, cutting point here. I will get a D point. Then join A, B, C, D, E, A. Understand? Just I am joining this one. After that, given height is 100 mm. Here he has given a side as a 60, height as a 100 mm. So I am extending from B, I am extending 100 mm. From A, I am extending 100 mm. From C, I am extending 100 mm. From D, I am extending 100 mm. From D, I am extending 100 mm. And from E also, I am extending 100 mm. Then this point is A, this point is B, this point is C, this point is D, this point is E. Then I am joining all these points A, B, C, D, E, A. Understand? Joining this point will be little bit this side. Will form this as an hexagon, pentagon. This one will be the pentagonal prism. Here some are the visible lines and some are the invisible lines. The visible lines will be drawn with a red color pen. I am drawing here with visible lines with a red color pen. This is visible, this is visible, and this one is visible, this one is visible, this one is visible. This whole top part will be always visible, whole top part, and the invisible parts will be drawn with a yellow color pen. I am drawing here. This is the invisible part. This is the invisible. This line will be invisible, and this line will be also invisible. These are all invisible parts. Understand? In this way, you have to draw the pentagonal prism. Are you able to
సార్
understand? చెప్పండమ్మా.
క్యాపిటల్ ఏ టు క్యాపిటల్ బి డిస్టెన్స్ మెజర్ చేసుకోవాలా సార్?
అవునమ్మా, మీరు డ్రా చేసి మెజర్ చేసుకోవాలి. డ్రాయింగ్ ఇన్స్ట్రుమెంట్స్ డ్రా చేయండి. క్యాపిటల్ ఏ టు క్యాపిటల్ బి ఎంత ఉందో మెజర్ చేసి ఆ మెజర్మెంట్స్ డ్రా చేయాలి. లాస్ట్ క్లాస్లో చెప్పాను కదమ్మా పెంటాగాన్ ఎలా డ్రా చేయాలో. సేమ్ ప్రాసెస్. ముందు ఈ పెంటాగాన్ డ్రా చేసిన తర్వాత దాన్ని రెక్టాంగిల్లో ఇన్సర్ట్ చేసి విల్ ఇన్సర్ట్ ఇట్ ఇన్ టు దిస్ రెక్టాంగిల్. దెన్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు మెజర్ దిస్ మెజర్మెంట్ ఫ్రమ్ ఏ టు బి అండ్ ఏ టు డి. ఏ టు బి మెజర్ చేసి ఇక్కడ డ్రా చేస్తాము, ఏ టు డి మెజర్ చేసి ఇక్కడ డ్రా చేస్తాము. మళ్ళీ సేమ్ డైమెన్షన్స్తో ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఒక ఆర్క్ ఏడి మెజర్ చేసి ఇక్కడ నుంచి ఒక ఆర్క్ కట్ చేస్తాము. విల్ గెట్ ఎ రెక్టాంగిల్. దెన్ విల్ మార్క్ ఆల్ ద పాయింట్స్ as it is. Will mark all the points. Ma, understand? Ma, do you have any doubts? Ma, do you have any doubts? Ma, anybody has any doubt? Have you drawn this one? Ma, what is the side of a capital A and capital B? What is the dimension? Can anyone tell? What is the dimension? Capital A and capital B and capital A and capital D. Ma, what is the dimension of capital A and capital B? What is the dimension of capital AB and capital AD? Ma, can anyone can explain what is the dimension of capital A and capital B? Dimension between capital AB and capital AD. Ma, can you hear my voice? Ma, can you hear my voice? Ma, can we move to the next problem? Ma, speak out.
ఎవరు లేరు అనుకుంటా సార్.
ఎవరు
లేరు అనుకుంటా.
ఎవరు డ్రా చేయలేదు అనుకుంటా వాళ్ళు. మా డ్రా చేయాలి మీరు. Ma, without drawing it is very difficult to understand this topic, any topic in the engineering drawing. So I will share these videos in YouTube. I will share the YouTube link to you. Just go through it, practice afterwards as well. Okay, whatever the classes I have done, I have recorded all the classes. I will share those classes. This is in a YouTube link with you. Just go through it, just practice it. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in the next session or in the next class. Ma, do you have any doubts while drawing?
No, sir.
Okay,
No, sir.
what is the dimension of AB then?
AB is 9.5, sir.
AB is a 9.5.
Yes, sir.
AD,
AD is 10, sir.
AD is 10. Okay. Using these dimensions, you can draw it easily. Can we move to the next problem?
Yes, sir.
Ima, your good name, Amma?
Bindu Premika, sir.
Okay, right. Thank you. This we are moving to next problem. Next problem is on hexagon. Here he has given the hexagonal prism of base side 30 mm, height 60 mm is resting on its base. The HP, draw the isometric diagram of the prism. Here he has given hexagon. Okay, this is the two-dimensional view of the hexagonal prism. In the base we have hexagon. This one will be the height. This one will be the top view. This one will be the front view. Understand? Now we have to draw the isometric projection of this given hexagonal prism. Understand? He has given base side as a 30 mm and height as a 60 mm. You know how to draw the hexagon. Here we are going to draw this problem here. So here he has given the base side of hexagon as 30 mm, side as 30 mm, axis height as how much? Is given axis height as 60 mm. Given axis height as 60 mm. Given axis height as 60 mm. So first I will construct a hexagon with the given dimensions. I am constructing, taking 30 side, I am taking 120 this side, I am cutting 30 here, and I am extending one line like this. From here I am cutting 30 here. From here I am cutting 30 here. I am joining these things. I am joining all these lines like this. I will get a hexagon ABCD. I am writing this hexagon as ABCDEF. Writing this hexagon as ABCDEF. Just I am inserting this hexagon in a one rectangle. I am inserting this hexagon in one rectangle. Inserting this hexagon in one rectangle ABCD, capital ABCD. Understand? I am inserting this rectangle in this hexagon in a rectangle capital ABCD. The rectangle is capital ABCD. Then after that, after inserting this one, then I am taking here 30 degrees angle inclination. Then I am taking measuring capital A and capital B and cutting here. I am measuring capital A and capital B, cutting here. I will get a B point. This one is A. I am getting a B point. After that, again I am measuring A to D and cutting arc here. I will get a D point. After that, again I will measure A to D. Is how much? From B I will cut here. I will get a again from A to B I will measure. From D I will cut here. I will get A B C D. One rectangle. Then after that I will insert this hexagon in this rectangle. I will insert this hexagon in this rectangle. Now I am inserting this hexagon in this rectangle. So I am measuring from capital A to small a and cutting an arc here. I will get a small a point. Then I am measuring from capital A to small b and cutting arc here. I will get a small b. Then I am measuring from capital A to F. On a AD line, I will get a F point. Then I am measuring capital B to C on BC, so I will get a C point. Then I am measuring capital C to D, I will get a D point. Then measuring from capital C to E, I will get a E point. Then I am joining all these points with a scale. Joining all these points with a scale. Understand? I'm joining all these points with a scale will form a hexagon. Understand? After that, the given height is how much? 60 mm. So I will take 60 from here. I am extending 60 mm here. From here, I am extending 60 mm here. From point A, I am extending 60 mm. From point B, I am extending 60 mm. From point B, I am extending 60 mm. Here I will get a point A, point B. Again point F, I am extending 60 mm. Here I will get point F. Then point E, I am extending 60 mm. Point E. Point D, I am extending 60 mm. Get a point E. Then point D, I am extending 60 mm. I will get a point D. Then point C, I am extending 16 mm. Get a point C. Then I am joining A, B, C, D, E, F. Understand? You get a again. This one is F, A, B, C, D, E, F. Understand? A, B, C, D, E, F. I will form a hexagon. Here there are some visible views, some invisible views are there. I will indicate visible views with a red pen and invisible views with a yellow pen. Understand? I am giving this one is an invisible view. This one is also an invisible view. Whereas in the hexagon, this one is visible, this one is visible. Okay, visible views I am giving with a red pen. This one is visible, this one is visible, this one is visible, this one is visible, this one is also visible. Okay, this one is visible, this one is the top portion will be all the top portion will be visible, and this one is invisible. This one is also invisible. I am drawing with a yellow lines. Understand? These are visible lines, these are invisible lines. Okay, only when you are drawing the hexagonal prism, only the hexagonal prism will be visible. In that one, the hidden lines will be dotted lines. This is the base triangle which we have used for construction. Capital A, B, C, D will be very light. Only it is for construction part. Understand? It is for construction purpose. Understand? Uma, do you have any doubts?
No, sir.
Are you able to understand how to draw it?
Yes, sir.
Can I explain once again?
No, sir.
Okay. Draw it using your drawing instruments. It will be very easy to understand.
Okay, sir.
Okay, next we are going to the next problem. Okay, next I am going to the, just draw it. I will give 5 minutes time. You can draw it in your notebook using your drawing instruments. Then we will go to the next problem, cylinder, isometric projection of a cylinder. Okay, can we move to the next problem?
Yes, sir.
Okay. हेलो मामा बोल हेलो नायकते नारला चलो आतुलो मामा Okay, next we will move to the next problem. Next is isometric projection of a cylinder. Here he has given a, when you see the diagram here make the isometric diagram of a cylinder of a base 20 mm, of a base 20 mm and axis 35 mm long. He has given base 20 mm and axis 35 mm long. Here when you see here, this is the two-dimensional view. In the base you have a circle and the top you have a rectangle. Understand? This is the isometric diagram of a cylinder you are going to draw here. So first here he has given diameter as 20 mm and axis as 35 mm and axis as 35 mm, diameter as 20 mm and axis as 35 mm. So taking the new drawing sheet, here he has given the diameter as 20 mm, diameter as 20 mm, axis height as 35 mm. So here this is the diameter of the circle 20 mm. With the given diameter, we'll construct a circle, one square here first. With the given diameter, I'll take 30, 30 this side, 30 this side, 30 this side. I'm taking 30 degrees, 30 degrees. I'm cutting 20, 20 this side. From here, I am cutting 20, 20. Understand? Then I am marking the centers here. Center of this 20 mm is 10 mm, at 10 mm, 10 mm, and 10 mm. Then from the top vertex, I am joining these two centers. From the bottom vertex, I am joining these two centers. After that, this has a center, this has a radius. I will draw one arc like this. This has a center, this has a radius. I will draw one arc like this. This has a center, this has a radius. I will draw one arc. This has a center, this has a radius. I will draw another arc. Understand? Just you are constructing a circle. After that, here he has given height as 35 mm. With the given height 35 mm, I am extending this one to 35, this one to 35, this one to 35, and joining this two, and again this one to 35, joining this one. Understand? After that, again I will mark the centers. Again, it is at a 10 mm. I will mark the centers here and using 4 center method. From top vertex to the centers, from bottom vertex to the centers, we'll join the lines. We'll take this as a center, this as a radius, I will draw one arc. This as a center, this as a radius, I will draw one arc. This as a center, this as a radius, I will draw one arc. This as a center, this as a radius, I will draw another arc. Okay, I will form another circle at the top. Then I will join these two circles. Then I will join those two circles directly. Then with a single line only, here I have drawn multiple lines. Only you have to draw one line from here to here. Only the cylinder should be dark. All the other cylinder means this red circle, and these two lines should be dark. All the other lines should be very light. All the other lines should be very light. Only the cylinder should be dark and all the other lines should be very light. In cylinder, only this bottom circle, top circle, and those two lines should be dark. All the other lines should be very light while constructing this cylinder. Those are all construction lines, so those lines should be very light. In this way, you have to draw the cylinder in a isometric projection. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Ma, anybody has any doubts?
No, sir.
Okay, just draw it using your drawing instruments. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Ma, from tomorrow, we can conduct the classes batch wise. Okay, for batch 1, it will be civil, mechanical and electrical 1 to 30. Okay, day after tomorrow, it will be the batch 2. It is ECE, EEE, ECE, CSC and EEE 31 to 60. Please inform your friends, all of them, to attend the online class. Again, these topics will not be repeated again. Understand? Tell them to just attend the class. This attendance will also be considered. Okay, it will be sent to your concerned faculty and they will upload in a higher education website. Understand? If you miss any classes from the starting starting of the sessions, I'm uploading all these recorded classes in a YouTube. I will share the link with you in the group. Just go through it. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in the next class.
Yes, sir.
Uma, can you conclude? Can we conclude the class?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just go through it and draw it. If you have any doubt, you can ask me in the next class. Okay, Ma, thank you for attending.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you.